This week, the California Assembly Natural Resources Committee passed a Senate bill to create the Salton Sea Conservancy. The goal is to unify the state's efforts to protect residents' health, foster ecological recovery, and empower local stakeholders. I spoke with the bill's co-author, State Senator Steve Padilla. Senator Padilla, tell us about this bill to help with the Salton Sea.
It's long overdue. It's moving forward with bipartisan support and would establish a conservancy for the first time for the Salton Sea, which, as many of you already know, is probably one of the most decades-long and sad and slow-moving ecological, environmental, public health, and even economic disasters in the state of California. And establishing a conservancy for the first time will really better link local stakeholders, people here in the communities around the Salton Sea who have a long-held deep stake in seeing the Salton Sea areas that are being exposed by the contraction of the sea restored to prevent really devastating public health impacts, to stabilize to a great degree the sea itself, and to hopefully begin to present new opportunities for economic stabilization as well. But that's not going to happen unless there's better focus, better interaction between the state of California, the resources that are going to be poured into the Salton Sea and already have, and a better collaboration between the federal, the state, and the local stakeholders there. And that's what a conservancy will help finally put together in one construct.
Are you hopeful, Senator, that things will improve in a relatively short time at the Salton Sea, or is this going to take another few decades to finally fix?
You know, you can have incredible impact if we get to work sooner rather than later. There are already some limited amounts of restoration projects underway. There is more in the long-range and short-range restoration plan. There's a substantial amount of commitment by the state of California and even the federal government around restoring the Salton Sea's areas that are becoming exposed. So it will take time, but time is of the essence. Remember, as more and more that lake bed is exposed and dries, more of the pesticides and poisons that are in that lake bed become aerosolized, become part of the air column and wind patterns, and they contribute to a very, very unhealthy air quality in the region. And that affects communities all around the basin's health. Children in that region have 2 and 3 times the average incidences of health issues and asthma. And that's simply not acceptable, shouldn't be acceptable to any of us, never mind support of restoration of the natural resources and the ecosystems that are dependent on the Salton Sea. So we need to act quickly. And I think one of the first steps in doing that effectively is going to be creating a conservancy that brings together the state agency that's enabling this investment and will be responsible for oversight and implementation, together with local stakeholders who really are the voices on the ground and can help set priorities for the conservancy's efforts.
Anything else, sir, you would like to say before we let you go?
I'm really grateful for my colleagues in the legislature in both houses that have moved this bill with near unanimity, bipartisan votes in committees, got off the Senate floor, I believe, 39-0. We just got it out of an Assembly committee, 10-0 with a bipartisan vote. We're going to continue working with all the stakeholders, listening to all the stakeholders, and hoping to move this forward as another big tool for the state of California to use in making progress at the Salton Sea.
All right, Senator Padilla, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.